This is my favorite part of every project, but a lot of the work looks like this. But how much do I do with hand tools? And does any of it even matter? I've gone back and forth for years on how much machinery is efficient, but not too much that it begins to take away from my work. So today, I'll be exploring what that looks like for me. I'll be making an entryway coat rack. The style will be heavily inspired by my teacher's work, traditional Japanese architectural woodcraft. I'll be using a technique that I've wanted to do for a very long time. And the hand tool work starts here. For me, cutting joinery is always something I will do by hand. It feels like the whole point of why I work wood in the first place, because the quiet moments, the challenge, how my mind connects with my hands is irreplaceable. One of my greatest woodworking influences, James Krenov, called using machines grunt work. Not because it isn't an important part, but because it's really not the point of why we do this type of work. He said grunt work should be done efficiently to save energy for sensitive hand tool finishing. The final shaping, texture, and feel of the wood must be done by hand to achieve a living quality in the finished work. Machines certainly help with parts of the process, but there's always something missing when everything is done with a machine. When parts start coming together, I want every project I make to say something, even subtly, which can only be done by having a conversation between my hands and the wood. But at what point in the process is this conversation really started? So I'm already foreseeing a future issue. So originally I designed the bottom rail to come in from the back with a half-lap dovetail, but that's not quite gonna work because I need to be able to slide some of those last weaving pieces up from the bottom. And so I need some way of putting the rail in and then being able to slide it upwards. And I think I have a solution in mind. This is where Japanese joinery really shines. I'm going to borrow an idea from traditional Japanese house construction. I'm going to make what's called nuki that will be able to slide in but lock in with a wedge. So after chopping out the main mortise, I'll chop out the space for the wedge by matching the angle of my layout line. By chopping halfway from either side, then paring down to both lines, it'll give good surface area to ensure a strong connection with the joinery. Then all I have to do is cut out the same angle in the wedges with a handsaw. And I've got solid joinery that can be removed for any future repairs. There doesn't have to be a battle between practical work and meaningful work, machines versus hand tools. It can become a partnership, using machines for the heavy lifting where the work would otherwise be cumbersome or time-consuming. For me, I try to find a balance between enjoyment, efficiency, and whatever gets me closer to that living quality Krenov talked about. I've had the privilege of knowing many professional woodworkers. Most tend toward whatever is most efficient, whatever gets the job done fastest. But I've also known others who've built a good life around a deeper approach to the craft. They're the ones I've wanted to follow. There's always something different in their work, something more sensitive. Efficiency has its place, but personally, I don't want to sacrifice a genuine relationship to the work for it. And this is where that relationship is formed, in the sensitive work. Embracing the humanness of this type of work is what I work so hard to achieve every time I go into my shop. When I'm working by hand, I'm also working myself, learning, growing. So is it worth it? In a world consumed with efficiency and machines, the human touch can be the most valuable thing we have left. For me, that's worth it every time. Thanks so much for joining me in the shop today. Let me know what your process looks like in the comments. I've got a list of classes as well as different resources in the description below. I've met so many of you and it's been such a pleasure. I would love to have you in the shop sometime.